Man, Diamond Stone TV, man. No introduction needed, man. Legendary Twisted Black, man. How you doing, my brother?
Doing good, bro.
Man, I got to say this, man. Before we get into the interview, I'm glad to see you home.
Thank you.
It's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
We got a lot to talk about, man. Let's hop into it real quick.
Get into it.
Okay. So let's start off, man. Where you from?
I'm from Fortworth. I was born in Detroit, though.
Detroit, right?
Yeah, so that's a tricky question for some.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't know, then some do know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go back into history real quick. What age did you? When did you come to Fort Worth?
When I was 2 years old.
Oh, you Fort Worth? Yeah, you stamped in the been stamped.
You can't help where you shit it out at, but yeah, that's all I know, man. If I'm gonna mind.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so kind of tell me, man, how was it growing up in Fort Worth, Texas?
It was cool, man. You know, I was kind of quiet kid, so laid back. Wasn't playing sports or none of that. I was always, you know, kind of into music. You know what I mean? So
right.
You know, then as I got a little older, it was cool. It was a little rowdy. You know what I mean? But at the most, you know, we might just fight a little bit. You know,
right?
You know, then start getting some money.
So what you mean when you say that you was a little into music? Like I heard you know.
Yeah, like my I come from a music background. Like I had a cousin, couple cousins that
right.
played piano, sung, stuff like that. So
right.
So I adopted that. So I kind of grew up in the studio in Flint, Silver Suns, R.I.P. To the engineer out there. But
right.
So yeah, I come up in the music under me, you know, listening to the Frankie Beverly and Mays, what's my man name? The jazz my auntie played, you know. So
yeah,
you know, I was always more into
who inspired you? Just to, because I know at some point it had to be an artist that inspired you to do the rap.
Yeah, I can't really say that. My biggest inspiration, man, in rap was Tupac.
Tupac.
I can't say he inspired me. Can't say he led me to do it, but he showed me how I wanted to do it.
Right.
Because Tupac, to me,
right.
You didn't listen to a Tupac song or album or whatever. You felt it. You know what I mean? So, and then when I would feel that, I was like, shit, that's what I want to do. I want to make you feel me. You know, that's where that came from.
Right.
He was just one of those artists.
Right. Okay. So as you know, you growing up, where did it hit you at? Like, I want to pursue music. I want to go after music.
I tell you what, I was always doing it, but I started to pursue music in like 91.
91?
Yeah. Like 91. I was already in the street heavy. And I got shot in 91. So once I got shot
in 91,
I was like, you know what? I'm gonna press out with this music, you know, and see where that take me.
Yeah.
You know, my mind was made up by then, you know. But I still was in the street, but I wanted to, you know, I knew I wanted to be, you know, a rapper or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of people, we know your background and where you come from, you know, coming from the streets and things like that, right? Being a rapper, right?
Okay. You do?
Well,
yeah, okay.
I mean, what we heard.
You know enough.
Yeah, we know enough. Because I didn't grow up in that era. I'm 92, baby.
Okay.
Right?
You're a couple years older than me.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, so you said earlier when I asked you, said that you was like a quiet kid, like you was kind of to yourself. So how did that kind of emerge to you? Because right now, like, I ain't gonna lie to you, my era when I grew up is everybody looked at you as like OG, like, oh, he that person. You know what I'm saying? Like, when did it ever happen to where, like, I guess you came out your shell or you emerged into a different person or what?
I can't really say. I'm still pretty laid back.
Yeah.
You know, not a loud person or animated, but my change, I think, I want to say, my metamorphosis happened when I lost my father, and I was in the 7th grade. So I think that, you know, a lot changed. I can't just point like how or what, but something happened, because now that I'm older, I look back, that's when I started just kind of not giving a fuck about most things, you know what I mean? So
Gotcha.
started getting in trouble and, you know, kind of hanging out, bucking on my mother, you know what I mean? So when she would say something, I'm bucking on what she say, and I'm coming in when I come in type shit, you know, hanging out with the guys. You know, I don't know if it was losing him that made me change, or if it just happened at that time, you know, to be honest. So yeah.
Right. Is we limited on what we can talk about? And
right now?
Yeah.
Nah.
We can talk about anything.
I don't care.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going in.
Go ahead.
So what drew you to the streets? Just, you know, because I heard the raps. Before we even get to the song, I just want to know, like, what drew you to the streets?
My father. See, excuse me for whatever that was, got me choking. But
You good?
my father, when I was a kid in Detroit, like so I came to Texas at 2, but I would go stay with my pop every summer, and you know, I was his only child, so
Right.
he was older, you know, so I'm what they call an old man baby.
Right.
But he was a certified street nigga. He was a diehard street nigga. He used to call him Fleetwood. You know, he had record shops after hours. He had, but he sold weed out of all his little places. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, you know, he was just street guy. So I grew up around pistols, around drugs, around the nightlife. At the age of 6 and 7 years old, I could roll a joint. You know what I'm saying? I was bagging down pounds of weed, separating the nickel bags from the dime bags, and you know, he taking my little baby scissors that he got for me to help him. You know, so that did it. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad in a way, because now that I'm older, shit, I ain't. You know, I mean, yeah, I could have made it another way, but the chips, the deck was kind of stacked against me, you feel me, because of the way I came up. So,
right.
You know, and that's the same thing for a lot of the youth now. You know, their environment plays a big part of where they're going. So, yeah, so it was just a matter of time before I got out there myself.
And then you being in Fort Worth didn't make it any better.
Nah, it didn't. Yeah, so I had 2 things, right?
Right.
That was against me. I was small, and I had an accent, so niggas knew I wasn't born in Fort Worth.
Gotcha.
You dig what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So I had to run through a whole lot of niggas behind that.
Right.
But the thing about it is, the people that knew me, they knew I was cool, you know. So I'm one of the people that you know, that I could pretty much get along with anybody, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm coming up, because I ain't on that. I'm just, you know, I'm just chilling.
Yeah.
But when I got out there, I just played hard.
Yeah. Man, you said your presence is felt, dude. I mean, you're not even, you know, most people get on, we're not doing no name calling, but most people get on this camera and they yell, they scream, and,
Right.
and that's how people make their presence feel. I mean, like, you just calm and collect, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it drive my wife crazy.
Yeah, so it's like you don't know if the dude's serious or not. Like,
yeah, but no, I mean, no, like, it just, I'm not trying to. I promise I'm not trying. It's not like a practice tone and then you know, this is just who I am, who I always been, man. I'm just laid back.
Yeah.
You know, so That's one thing I ain't gonna do. I ain't gonna do it on your show. I ain't gonna do it on any other podcast and I don't care how big I get or if I never make it, I'm not finna change up and get on this.
No, you good, bro.
Okay.
You good, yeah.
The thing is one thing I never do is, like I say, not on any interview or
right
at any time because of any circumstance, that I could foresee. I'm not going to get on camera and be a clown.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
For ratings. That's why, maybe my numbers are lower than some. Because they get on there, they're animated, and they talking tough or whatever, whatnot. I ain't doing it. That ain't who I am.
Right.
Unless I'm getting paid to be in the movie.
Right.
You don't pay me,
to be a character.
You dig what I'm saying? But if it's me, you interviewing me, I'm not a clown.
Yeah. So I got to ask you this. Like I told you, when I was growing up as a kid, dude, I remember like 7 years old, 8 years old, I'm catching you down on Rosedale at Club X.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing you. I remember this.
Right.
It's nothing I'm making up. I remember you rapping, performing. I got to ask this question. Do you feel like at birth, do you feel like you was chosen?
I swear I do. Nobody ever asked me that. I swear I do. I'm telling you, I get open on that when we talk about that. I know I was.
Right.
That's the reason why I'm able to be able to go do 17 years in prison and come back like I never left.
Like you never left.
That's not me. That's God is opening these doors for me. You dig what I'm saying? That's why when these youngsters, I jump on the track with some of these youngsters, I still spank them. You know what I'm saying? It's not that I'm such a hell of a nigga. You know what I'm saying? That God, I have a mission. That I was chosen for this.
You were chosen for, yeah.
And at the end of the day, I'm supposed to give these young niggas some good game and show them what this street shit is really about and show them where it come from. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Because you got so many people that's jumping on this camera, yelling street nigga this, street nigga that. But that really ain't street shit, boy.
Yeah.
You just do it. That's clown shit. Shit y'all niggas doing, man. You niggas just tricking yourself off the streets, going to jail, or killing each other behind foolishness. You niggas is tender dick, you niggas telling on each other, all this type shit, you feel me? That's not street shit, man. That's clown shit.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna get another chance to, be able to get if not as powerful or more powerful than I've ever been, and bring my guys together, bring my people together.
Right.
That's all I'm on.
I got you. I understand. Yeah. Okay, so as growing up as a kid, everybody remember it. We all seen it. Like you had it's a big mark on your face right here, right?
Right.
We just heard that he got shot. That's it. We never heard the story about what actually happened. Do you feel comfortable talking about it?
I talk about anything.
Yeah.
I don't care. Except my personal family shit.
Right.
You don't know them, so you ain't gonna ask about them no way. But
right.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Right. So what age was you when you got shot?
19. I was 19 then.
A kid, basically. Just coming out from being a kid.
Yeah.
Teenager.
Kid in age. But I was active. Real active. So
when you say active, what do you mean?
In the street, like
in the street, just
I did a lot younger.
Do you think? I know. So what age did you go to jail?
Which time?
When you got the time?
I was 30, about 30.
Okay, so from age 19 to 30, do you think that gunshot, do you think that saved your life? Do you think that slowed you down a little bit?
No. A lot of people get shot and they have a come to Jesus moment and shit like that, and they decide they're gonna be good. Some people get shot and then they decide that they're untouchable. And then there was me. I got shot and I just kept it pushing. It makes you more me anyway. I speak for myself. It made me more aware of my mistakes. You know what I mean? So because I was drinking, I was drunk that night, and I already saw the setup coming. I was without my pistol that night playing fucking game. I wouldn't have been doing that. But then more than anything, it was my karma. I had laid down a whole bunch of niggas before then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For nothing. So, no, I don't think it saved my life, but it woke me up.
And I was going to ask you that too. Do you think that was your karma?
Yeah, fucking right. Yeah, it was my karma. Yeah, I did a lot of shit back then, you know what I mean? But I never started nothing. Nobody can go around and say I started shit. They'd be lying.
Yeah.
But I did a lot.
You did a lot.
And yeah, stuff I didn't have to do. I hurt people I didn't have to hurt. And it came back to me and God gave me another chance.
Gotcha. Do you think it was just the black heart? You think you was just you're just going unconscious at the moments?
Nah, no, I wasn't like that. Like I was never a thug, like you know what I mean, or I never just like seen people with their kids and pull up and pop them and shit like that. It's just that whenever you accept money to do things to hurt people or something even remotely close to that, I'm not saying that's what I done, but then that's wrong, and I believe that's why I niggas got at me, truth be told, story is because I had did some work prior in the past for some other people, they felt like I was in on something else that had already happened, and so they was gonna get me out the way, so they shot the shot.
Yeah. Do you so what did it do to you mentally? Nothing.
Fucked me up physically.
Yeah.
Fucked up my face. But mentally, I mean, and if it did, I don't see it. Maybe it did, but it didn't change. It didn't change my like I said, it didn't change my thought process. It just woke me up to to how I was moving. It made me try to move a little bit more calculated.
Yeah.
And but physically, because like I said, I was smooth and black, not a bump.
Yeah.
No blemishes, I could fight, what I'm saying? I was getting money, so then you wake up and you got this bad motherfucker, so I was paralyzed, so.
How long was you paralyzed?
6 months.
Wow.
Yeah, well, just getting myself back together,
Gotcha.
So my left side was paralyzed, so. But my mother told me something, she was like, because I was trying to find who did it bad. And
you wanted that revenge at the time.
I just wanted to find them.
Right.
Yeah, I wanted it. Yeah. I was young, man, and I felt slighted. Like who wouldn't? But so my mother, me being the only child, that was my dog. Me and her, bread and butter.
Yeah.
And so, but she told me one day, she said. You should just leave that alone because you made it, and it could have been worse and possibly should have been worse. And for your mother to tell you that, one of my close friends, Chris, he said, "Black, all them niggas that you done touch, this just your karma." We were early on, so he probably, I was 19, he had to be about 19 or 20 at the time, and I didn't want to hear that, but it was the truth, so. Yeah.
I remember as a kid, man, you had a album, I'm not tell you, I have photographic memory, the Twisted Black, I remember. Like I can see him right now standing on side of you. When I walked in, that's all I seen was a guy with a hat cocked to the side, leaned over, tall, skinny guy, Dickie suit on, black. You know what I mean? That's my memories of you, seeing you as a kid.
Right.
And I remember my cousin used to play this song all the time. And then, we was huge fans of you. huge fans. I remember, I want to say you performed at Rosedale Park one time when we was younger. It had to be Rosedale Park. It couldn't be nowhere else. It had to be
Sycamore or something.
It was Sycamore. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Sycamore. Okay. So Sycamore. If I want to say it was Sycamore or either Rosedale, but I remember y'all was handing out the CDs, handing them out, and it's my cousin. He just could not get off of it. He put me on this at an early age. I want to know now, since I'm face to face with you, the coldest song ever. I think that's the coldest song ever.
Wow.
I think you're the best storyteller ever to do it. To put that in the track, and I wasn't even there. Like, I don't know. I don't even know if the story, I'm just, I'm saying, I don't know if the story is true or not.
Right.
In my mind, it's like a movie.
Yeah. I'm
playing everything over and over and over. I'm playing out the warehouse, the scope, I'm birds. I'm seeing it all.
Right.
I mean, the storytelling ability. Where did it come from?
That's a gift, and I don't say that to be arrogant.
Yeah.
Because I recognize that I have a gift, right? And then I recognize that I'm just a regular old Joe, right? But that's my gift.
Yeah.
To put words together. Even in conversation. You know what I'm saying? That's just my gift.
Yeah.
And so I'm able to see something in my head, whether it be true or not true, and literally see it from front to back. See it, and so I'm able to. I do that with my music. On this new album, Federal Guidelines, a lot of people like, man, I want to hear you tell stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell a bunch of stories.
Yeah.
Don't tell me what to do. I got a lot of shit I want to say.
You get off your chest.
I gotta get this off.
Yeah.
I
we fiends for it though.
I'm here. You know what I'm saying? And I love doing it.
Yeah.
More than anything.
Yeah.
Telling stories. That's why I wrote a book.
Right.
Told a mean story. It's called Bought Sentence. Tough book, but storytelling is my thing. But you have to do it in a way in music to where it's more than just listening to, because times done changed, right? From when you were growing up.
Right.
These youngsters now, they want to hear stories, but you gotta have something else in there. I don't know if it's gunshots or the format, the way we rap, the patterns have changed, so you gotta be creative.
Right.
Other than that, then I'm gonna be a dinosaur. I'd be like just a nigga that used to rap that, he used to be good type shit. You know what I mean? You gotta take those stories and make them entertaining and able to reach the masses.
Right.
That's my goal. So, but that song right there was not a true story.
Okay.
But it was real characters. Every single one of them.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Man, I want the story to be kind of real. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Hey, listen. Put it like this: there are stories. You can't just tell the real story because I don't want to sit up here and be making rap songs and get them jammed up.
Right. You
feel me?
Got you.
So, put it like this: all of the characters are who they are.
Right.
Yeah. Or were who they were. Probably.
Real people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And do you get that from a lot of people, that's people's favorite song?
Yeah. In the store, yeah, I do. A lot of people enjoy it. Like listeners, true hip hop heads that listen, that one right there, they talk about that one. Not for me, it's not necessarily my favorite, but it was a good one. Yeah.
Okay. So I also remember, and I have to keep referring back to when I remember, because this is authentic. I can't make this up.
Right.
And it's like, I know you got a lot of people that can vouch, but I remember 31 years old. Yo, it wasn't a joke. I remember one song you came out with, I'm a Fool with it.
Right.
I want to know how did you come up with it?
I came up with that. I came up with the song from watching my partners, because at the time because like you said, I'm kind of reserved and laid back a little bit, but my partners, my everyday guys like T-Cag, Lil Lee, Mo Money, Rio, they were a little younger than me.
Yeah.
And they was just a little more, swagged out, And I'm kind of, like I said, I'm not docile, but I'm just laid back.
Yeah.
So I needed something that they could relate to. So I took each one of them and I put it on the hook, basically. What he would do, and what he would do. The Caprice, the Wing Dogs,
wow.
Lil Lee, and I made that the hook. So I knew it couldn't miss with the hook, and I did me in between the lines on the verses. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang, I watched you. I never heard you talk about that though, right there.
Yeah, no. Nobody asked that was a good question.
Yeah.
And
the song was like, if you was in Fort Worth, you know. Just Texas, period.
Right.
I thought that was a hit.
Man, that was a fucking hit, man. I knew it from the time Toom gave it to me. And that's when them bitches locked me up, though.
Yeah.
And so, I started pushing it first because Toom it was like a challenge. He was like, I give it to you and you can make it pop, man. Then we get money together. Because other than that, he wanted 30,000 a beat. And I got 3 beats from it. But he said, hey, if you make it pop and they want to give us a deal behind it, well, then we'll just break bread at the table. So,
right.
So versus me spending 90 grand on 3 beats,
right.
I started pushing that motherfucker. Me and JT, we started pushing, hit the street. We all over the place. Back then, you had to work for this shit, So we all the way up through the Midwest, all the way to Southeast, Southwest, Louisiana. We pushed it and it took off. And then right when it took off, man, when we had like, I like to say 9 deals, 9 different offers on the table.
Right.
And shit, I get locked up.
Did you sign any?
Yeah, I ended up signing with TVT. I was over there with Yo Gotti, Yin Yang Twins, Lil Jon, all of them back then. But shit, I signed a deal from prison.
Wow.
Yeah, I used to lie to the dude. I'm sorry, brother, I had to lie. I used to lie to him and tell him that I was at the boxing gym because he knew I was in the boxing. So I'd be like,
oh, it's loud in the background.
Yeah. He'd be like, he said, what's that noise in the back? I'm like, shit, I'm at the boxing gym with my son, man, bringing him up here. And so after a couple of times, because right now we just trying to get the paperwork together and shit, so I could sign the motherfucking deal. So one day he was like, hey, man. He said, well, yeah. I said, I'm at the boxing gym. He said, hey, Black. Hey, man, the street's talking. And I knew he knew right there. I said, what they say?
It wasn't no internet back then.
No.
Wow.
And he was way in New York. Yeah, so I said, what they say? But niggas was hating back then. Hate didn't just start. Hate been going on since the beginning of time. You know what I'm saying? So somebody got at him like, hey, that nigga in the Fed. And at the time, so I told him, he said, man, I heard the streets talk. I said, so what they say? He said, they say you locked up. I said, well, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm locked up. I said, but I'm gonna beat this shit, you know what I mean? I'm gonna go to trial and I'm gonna beat it. And he copped clean with me. He was like, when my brother went through that, he said, I'm gonna push your deal on through. He said, we gonna ride with you. And that's what they did. They pushed my deal through, they cut me the checks. I couldn't get everything because I couldn't fulfill my obligation of it, my total obligation, whatever. And they cut me the checks, I was able to pay my lawyer, let them rip me off and fuck me out my money, all that old shit they do. And they rolled with me to put Yo Gotti on one of the songs. Yo Gotti sent me a shout out.
Right.
That was cool. So.
Yeah, then Snoop Dogg.
No, China White. I don't know about Snoop.
Right.
I never heard it.
Yeah.
They did a bunch of shit, but they tried, they stuck around. But once I lost it and they came with 30, shit, everybody was like, shit, it's over with. That nigga done.
Yeah. Wow. once you found out that you received 30 years, what was going on?
You mean literally like as soon as you said it?
Yeah, in your mind, your head.
It started with, he gave me 90 years. He gave me 3 30-year sentences.
Wow.
So right then, I kicked, I think either kicked or elbowed my lawyer. Was like, 90 years, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, we're gonna get him ran concurrent. So then we had to try to get him ran concurrent. But I was numb. I thought I was gonna faint, you know what I mean?
Right.
90 years, just gave me a life sentence in front of my kids and shit, you
wow.
know what I mean? So, that was, it was a process. So they give me the 90, fought to get it to 30. Then by the time I was in the system around 07, 08, they had the crack law. They dropped it down to 27. I got 3 years off. Then come 2010 or 11, they come with the all drug minus, and then I got 62 months off. And so, you know, it don't seem like much off that type of time, but that's see, my release date is 2033. 33. Right. But I gave back 10 years and 2 months. But to answer your question, I was numb when they gave it to me. I couldn't believe it. I went to trial.
Wow. Yeah, so that kind of answers the questions of, because you know, we free world, we just hearing all these stories, and it was a lot. It was a lot of people saying, "Oh, Black ain't getting out. He ain't coming home." You know what I mean?
I don't blame him.
And every time it came up, I remember one time. Now you tell me if I'm wrong, and I remember like 2010 hit, and then people say he was coming home then.
Right.
You know, it was several times they kept saying, "Oh, he coming home, he coming home." Then something happened, and it just died down. And nobody talks about it no more.
Right. Each time I used to say I was coming home, I thought I was. But that's because in order to make it through the time, you gotta stay hopeful. You know, some would come and it would kind of pertain to my case or whatever. If I had action at it, then I was like, you know, I was trying to, you know, I'm gonna get this. But my judge and my prosecutor, they didn't want to give me no action. You know, so they made me fight, you know, for every step. So, a lot of people, you know, everybody had got out, you know, because crack was, you know, a thing of the past for real. Except me, I'm still down there fighting, trying to get out, you know what I mean? So, you know, I get a little bit about that, but at least I made it, you know.
Right.
Yeah, so.
Right. Okay, so, it's a big thing they got right now. It's this rap that they use a lot right now on social media, and you'll be everywhere on all the blogs. In this case, your case, you didn't do no rap.
Absolutely not. And can't nobody tell you that.
Right.
None. Yeah, when you rap, you get a time cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, so and no rat on my picture.
Yeah. Still on business.
Yeah.
I want to ask though. Was it hard
to not rap?
Yeah.
Put it like this. I'll tell you something. That's a good question. I guess everybody's scared.
Everybody had to roll up being,
if I wasn't Twisted Black, and I was just a regular guy, then fucking right, probably there's a chance. But I am. And I come up talking all that shit, and my lifestyle, the way that I came up, just to put it in perspective for you.
Right.
When they came, this was in 2008. They came and asked me. They wanted to make a deal. I'm already sentenced, bro.
Right.
I already got 30.
Right.
They wanted to make a deal in court to give me 7 years. They already didn't give me 30. And before the deal could make it back to me, my mother was living at the time. She told him no. You dig what I'm saying? She told him no, he wasn't raised like that. So my pedigree, it just wasn't in my, wasn't in my DNA. But if I was a regular, then probably. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't what I am.
Yeah.
And so it's a lot of things that people say on the blogs or people say in the street, and I'm okay with that. But one thing they don't say is that I rather, because that's the one thing you ain't gonna take from me. I did, man.
Yeah,
you
no,
did what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And it cost me a lot. It hurt. I had a lot of losses.
I mean, you got to be, and I'm, you know, I hate to put it like this, but even you being, you know, Twisted Black, like you being black.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't tell me it didn't cross your mind. You talking about you being away from your kids.
Oh yeah, that hurt. You know, it hurt. But I had the wife I had at the time. She told me to my face, "This is a real situation."
Wow.
In conversation, she told me because we cried. You know, sitting across from each other in visitation. And I told her I was sorry. You know, I apologize. You know, because they was offering me a deal. I said I apologize to her, man, for not taking this deal. And she told me to my face, she said, you don't owe me an apology because I knew how you was built when I married you. And that is no cap. I didn't give her no words. I'm not trying to say this for the camera.
Right.
She told me to my face, I knew how you was built when I married you.
She knew you weren't going out like that.
She knew it. Anybody that know me know it.
Yeah.
And it's not about trying to be tough. I don't have nothing to prove. I don't do what I do for nobody else. It's me. My children. Nobody was ever gonna be able to come up to my son and say, "Yeah, daddy's a rat." You're not gonna be able to do it. Not me. But when you go down there, because you're right, little brother. When you go down there and you see real life situations with other people, they're trying to get home to their family. So I don't judge. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not gonna judge you what you do to save your motherfucking life.
Right.
That's you. What you do to save your family, that's on you.
Right.
We're only talking about me here. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
Man, I chose my fate. You know what I mean? So then I chose to do my time. And now it's done. So we'll see what happens next.
Yeah. That's crazy. I wanna ask you this question. The day that you got released, and you took everything off and you walked out them doors. You know, knowing this, you know, now with the rappers, now they filming everything. You know,
right.
No one was there. First thing we seen was you in Eastwood, right there, and that's what people seen for work. What was your mind when you walked out that building?
Bro, listen. Truthfully, like it was so surreal. I was afraid to be in the car. I was afraid to be in the fucking car.
You ain't said one in so long.
In the front seat?
Oh my God.
I was telling my wife, I'm like, you going too fast. I was literally scared, but I was trying not to like panic out.
Yeah.
And she drives, she drives Hully Gully. You know how women are.
Yeah.
She got a little Benz, she whipping all through. I'm like, whoa. You know, it was a lot. So, man, I'm telling you, like, seriously, like, so, and I'm not trying to put nothing on it. I hadn't been in the front seat of a car in 17 years, man. You know, so, I didn't know the people were going to be there. I just knew that they were supposed to be stopping to see my family very quick. I didn't know it was going to be that. And so, so when I get there, it just felt good to see the
welcome, the love, the cameras out, everything.
Yeah, man, you know. And I'm still getting acclimated to the cameras. I've never been really a camera type guy, but I wasn't there, bro. I wasn't there. Like mentally,
your body was there.
My body was there, but I was trying to go through the motions and not look like a spectacle, like to where people would look and have concern and be like, yeah, they fucked him up in there.
He spooked.
You know, I was trying not to let it show. I be spooked now, you know what I mean? Just different stuff, you know. Like,
yeah.
I ain't gonna say spook, but you know, that's why I take it slow. I don't drive fast. You know, none of that. I ain't in a rush to go nowhere. Just take for real. I take my time. And you can't make me drive my car no fast. I don't give a fuck about you blowing your horn. Doesn't matter. You'll be like, you're in a fucking Porsche. Fuck you. I drive this car. You can't make me go no faster.
Right.
I ain't no rush. to do nothing.
I feel you on that though. I feel you.
Yeah, man. Shit, that you go do your 17 years, and then you can tell me how to do. You know, you do it. You know, you tell me how to. You know,
right.
Give me a blueprint. I'm figuring this shit out by the day.
Yeah.
Shit.
You know, I don't want to. And he didn't say nothing bad. He didn't say nothing bad. This is a good friend of mine.
Right.
This is a good ass artist, King Jerome.
Right.
Cowboy. You seen him? You I think it's Session Works.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. He called me that night. I think he just left the studio with you. He seen you there, and he told me, and he was like, bro, he was like, he said, I want you to do an interview with Black. And I was like, okay. I said, nah, bro, I'm talking to the people. I'm trying to lock in with them. And he was like, I don't know what he seen. He was like, oh, my guy's, he's spooky. He trying to figure this out for real. Like, I can see it on him. And I was like, damn. Like, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's crazy. So, you going, adjusting back to life, everybody want to throw you a big party. How do you feel when you're going into the clubs?
What big party?
No, I'm saying like
that has not happened.
I'm saying like, okay, 2 weeks ago, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, right?
Okay.
Y'all was at the club. What's it called? Mesa?
Oh, that was my birthday.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
even things like that.
That was my first outing. Right. That was
right. You said what clubs?
Hey, so you're right. Good question. That was my first outing. It was my birthday celebration. Right. It was a listening party.
Yeah.
It was packed. Everybody was there. You know where I was? Ask them where I was. In the back.
I can imagine.
Yeah, I come out a little bit, run through, and go right back to the back. Because it's real.
It is.
Yeah, it's real shit, man, you know. And then you did the shit already, you don't trust nobody, so then you got people that you think okay, and now the fucking phone is so prevalent now. I may text message you something like, hey, you see what that bitch ass nigga had on? Well, you gonna take my fucking text, screenshot the shit to somebody else and put it on the internet, you know, so, and everybody got a camera. So I'm like, man, this shit, you know, this shit used to be taboo, you know. So,
yeah.
You know what I mean? So I just try to keep my circle small, and I don't really go out, man. If I'm out, it's because, you know, it was something I had to do as Twisted Black, but Tommy don't really go out. That's I'm with my lady, you know, we go out, we do stuff all the time.
Right.
You know, so that's our thing.
So you won't, this is nothing that you'll see. This is nothing what you'll see, like you'll see Twisted Black at your local convenience store.
Every day, I'm outside. I do all the regular shit, which all day. You may see Twisted Black sitting in McDonald's. All that bougie shit, all that superstar shit, I ain't on it.
Right.
If somebody wants to do me something, do it. You know, wherever it happens meant to be.
Yeah.
Just bite off what you can chew. But I'm just living my life, bro. Real time, bothering nobody, I ain't getting in nobody's way, and you know, hopefully you'll reciprocate that. I'm just living.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, sometimes I have some security, sometimes I won't. Sometimes you see them, sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
But you know, it ain't sweet.
Right.
But I'm just, my palms up. Just want to live, man. I've been through enough bullshit, you know what I mean? I don't want to hurt nobody, don't want nobody to hurt me, you know what I mean? So I'm just trying to get back acclimated to where I can start to enjoy my freedom, you know? Because right now I'm having a great time.
Yeah.
This shit is amazing.
Yeah, I'm happy for you too, man.
Thank you.
Just yeah. I mean, like I said, I got kids, and I couldn't imagine being away.
Man,
like,
let me tell you something. I'm so fucking excited about Christmas.
Wow.
Can't wait to see the goddamn lights.
Just the lights?
I ain't seen Christmas lights, man, the whole time. I just want to see the lights and hear everybody singing them songs. And
yeah, Christmas carols. And
you dig what I'm saying? if I seen some lights, it was when I finally made it to a low security prison. I could see them maybe through the window with the little, whatever that is, barely, because prisons are usually in a rural area.
Right.
Anyway, that's just my thing,
Yeah, have you think about going downtown?
I already did.
Okay, because I was going to take my kids that night.
Did they go Sunday?
No, I'm going to take my kids tonight.
Okay, it's cool.
Yeah, I love it.
Me and my lady, I went, no security.
Yeah.
I went out there. I'm out there having a good time. And sat and, ate me some alligator and watched the parade and filmed it and enjoyed it. Smoked my Black and Miles and you know what I mean? And, yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, man.
That's good. Okay, so during your time in jail, right? I want you to tell me how has your life changed now? Because I know you was taken away from your kids. So how have you adapted back to being in life now in the free world, and how's it going for you?
That's one of the sad parts, right? I tell people, I'm gonna take this opportunity to tell people something too.
Right.
A lot of let me start off by saying, a lot of y'all that I used to know, we could have had real history, right, or whatever we did, or known each other for years. But I don't remember. So I'm not trying to be like I'm bougie or I'm shitting on niggas or nothing like that. But it messed with my head. So a lot of it I just don't fucking remember. I had to make room. When you go through traumatic experiences, speaking for myself, I had to make room. I had to let a lot of shit go in order to make room for things that was coming, because it was all bad. Okay, so if it's all bad, there's only so much bad you can hold. You know what I'm saying? Me anyway, so I had to let, just pieces fell out type shit. So if I see you in the street, man, and we, if I seem like I'm acting like I don't know you, I don't.
Right.
Like I don't remember. So to answer your question, the sad part about that question is that when you're in prison for a long time, you learn to live without people, right?
Right.
You learn to live by yourself, and that doesn't just stop automatically because you're out. Right? I wanted to. I want to be like, I'm home now. I need to call my kids every day. I want to do that.
Wow.
But it's a forced thing. Not forced, but I have to think about it. Like, it's not just natural like it would be for you.
Yeah.
Or like it was in my first few years. Because you went so long without it. Right? So, to answer your question, when I often tell people, Nick, I don't want to go back to jail because I lost everything. Do you know what it feels like to lose everything? And so they be like, they thinking, I say, I'm losing my kids. They're like, well, your kids didn't die. They didn't pass,
Did it feel like it?
Huh?
Did it feel like it?
No, but the relationship, right? When you lose the relationship with them, then if you're a real father, you know what I mean, then, and that's horrible. You dig what I'm saying? So, my youngest daughter, I didn't I didn't lose the relationship with her as much as with my maybe my oldest daughter, because she was older, and or my son, it's just like, hey, we love each other, but we're learning to know each other type shit. So I would like to jump on your camera and tell you it's all peachy cream, but
yeah, I want the truth. Yeah,
that's the truth. It's a process.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, because at this point in my life, most of the time I spend alone, and I'm free. You know, but I'm comfortable like that. So I know eventually maybe it'll change. You know what I'm saying? But I find myself I'm okay with just me.
Right.
Yeah. So.
What's some new habits that you picked up now since you got in the free world? How did you cope? And how did you? I know it's something that you're doing to to keep your mind going. Just to
Not really. I can't say that because I'm just enjoying. Like I'm having a great time.
Right.
I mean, I know I'm not really an animated type of guy, and you can't see it, but nigga, I enjoy everything.
Yeah, I feel that.
I do, man. So it's hard to bring me down. You know, it's hard to like when people talk shit or say bad things. Like it should just like I slick my feathers down. Like, man, hey bro, I ain't on that. I'm like, nigga, I'm having a good time. Like, what you doing? I'm at Walmart. You know, this shit is great. You know, whatever. It don't matter. I don't care. Just driving. You know, riding. You know, just whatever. I enjoy it all. Smoking me a big cigar. You know what I'm saying? You know, just fire up a Cuban and sit out there on the patio. It's beautiful. Talk to my son or talk to my daughter. You know, on the FaceTime or something or whatever. It's the little things. If that answered the question.
Yeah, the little things always matter the most, though.
I swear they do.
Yeah, and you don't realize until they get taken away.
And once they gone, boy, you start to look for them. I can't wait to mow the grass.
Wow.
You dig what I'm saying? Just little shit.
Wow. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just put out a new project, right?
I did.
Yeah. Okay, what's the name of it?
Federal Guidelines.
Federal Guidelines.
Right.
We know you was doing the Fed time. What made you come up with the guidelines?
You know, because this one right here was kind of to my Fed babies.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Just
Gotcha.
like, okay, like all the ones I left behind. Like I got the one song, "Life Is Outside of Prison." We can shoot the video for that. And that's been the biggest song on the album so far. Tupac did the beat, like the same one did Food with it.
Same.
So
Okay.
Levi singing on it, and I'm talking about the guys that I left that I couldn't bring in my suitcase with me. You know what I mean? So this one was kind of for the Fed babies, and so I'm not gonna leave them hanging. You know, when I find my legs and I'm able to stand all the way straight up, then I'll be able to do more for them.
Yeah.
But right now, I can do my music and I can do my videos, and so Federal Guidelines was kind of I dedicated that to them. Anybody that's ever been in my shoes, and then walked it down or still going through it, that's what that album was about.
And I don't think it's no. I heard what you said. I don't think it's so much of the finance part. They're probably just happy watching you standing in your business and sitting behind there just watching.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
They're looking at you right now like, this life is a movie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, hey, and if they see me, guys say the same, and I'm able to make it, to where I'm cool, then they know they can do it.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? Because we fought those wars together. We was on those lockdowns together. We was in the shoe together, and then right here next to each other, we shared the sandwich together. And they see me out here on all the blogs and all the radio stations, the videos, and rubbing shoulders with the stars again.
Yeah.
They know, like, fuck, I can do it. Whatever it is they want to do. Federal Guidelines.
Yeah, Federal Guidelines is out. I liked how you said that. How you said again.
Right.
A lot of people would have made it.
Say again.
A lot of people wouldn't have made it.
Again. That's the thing, bro. And that's the thing. Like a lot of guys see me on these podcasts or whatever, and they don't know. Man, I was right there. You know what I mean? So to have a chance to do it again, man, that's what make you look at God in a whole nother light, because you saying, man, God, you really, really, beyond a shadow of a doubt, heard my prayer down to the science. You know what I'm saying? You heard every syllable that I was asking.
Right.
And you mean to tell me you that good?
Yeah.
He is. So, you know.
And I got to ask you this too, because a lot of people don't, you know, talk about God and their religious belief. And then, you know, when you go to jail, they always say, "Oh, he found God when he was in jail. Then he came out. He's going in a different direction now."
Ain't nobody gonna tell you that about me. They gonna tell you I came in the same way I left out.
Right.
Jesus Christ. You know, but you know, I may close my Bible and take a fade. You know what I mean? But I am who I am. That's who I believe in. But,
right.
But I was never a Bible thumper or a religious type of person. I'm just spiritual.
Gotcha.
You dig what I'm saying? Can't nobody tell me nothing about God.
Yeah.
Or make me ashamed of talking about it.
Gotcha. Understood. Now speaking of the Fed time, right? So I got to ask this question because I know you've been in state jail too before,
right?
Back in your younger days.
Yeah.
Is it a difference? I've been asking people this lately. Is it a difference between state and Fed? Because I interviewed a lot of people that went to state, and they always make it seem like Fed time is just, oh, them the clean cut niggas over there, like them the clean niggas. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I do know for sure, if you make it Fed, you're a mastermind. You're in here for a real reason. You know what I'm saying? You in here with the niggas that can con you out of shit. You know what I'm saying? Or this nigga might have been the plug on the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, is it a major difference?
Listen, that's a cliche.
Yeah.
Maybe back in the day, in the mild days and shit, you know, before I went, it was that, you know, cause I used to think that you make it Fed, then, you know, once you're Fed, nigga, or we say, nigga, if I go, I'm going federal, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm doing something. And you got people in the Fed for grams. You got people in the Fed for everything, but brother, as far as the nucleus of the state, the makeup of the people in the state and the makeup of the people that's in the Feds, the same shit.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of who picked it up. But the difference is, if they say the Feds is the clean cut, nigga, I've been to both. I've been to the penitentiary state. Yeah. I've been to Fed. The difference between the state, to me, this I speak for myself. Back when I went state, you know, you was gonna do some fighting. You're gonna do some squabbling for sure.
Right.
Right. And that's cool. That's understood.
Right.
And if you had something or not, you was gonna do some squabbling.
Right.
Or you gonna lay down. In the Feds, you could die every day. Cause niggas, it don't matter how hard you is with your hands. Niggas putting their iron up in you. Period. So think what you wanna think. Yeah, but the difference, literally, bodies dropping over here. I ain't saying people don't die in the state, they do. But I'm talking about somebody getting hit in these motherfuckers every day. Every day.
Right. I just did an interview here recently with a guy, he's from Fort Worth. His name is D-Cuz, right?
Yeah.
And he went Fed. And it's kind of similar to what you just said. Because he said, hell no, because in the Fed, he like, man, listen. He said, state, you can lay down in your bed all day. Fed, man, we getting up. Hey, you better get your ass up and sharpen our iron, sharpen our knife, and we getting up and going about our day. He's like, you can't lay up in that bed all day like that. Just
hell no. You when they pop that door, be up. I mean, unless you at low or something, you know, I've been to low, so where you just chilling, you can stand at that all day if you want to. That's on you.
Yeah.
But some of them yards are active, to where once they pop the door, when they come to open the doors in the morning, usually we standing at the door, waiting on them to open that bed. Because if they pop the door and you're in the bed, if a riot jump off that you don't have nothing to do with, and you in your bed, then the enemy could come in and knock you off. You a target. But hey, man, again, that's just my opinion.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got to ask you this question, man. My channel, I did a lot of prison talk, a lot of prison stories, right? So I have to ask this question, man. Was it ever a time where you was involved in a riot when you was in Feds? Can you tell me a story about the worst riot that you done been in or you done seen?
Probably.
Okay, who was it? Was it Aaron Brotherhoods? Was it Taco Blast?
Yeah, I've been in just about everything you can do in prison. The riots, the fights, all of that. I never been hit. stab or anything like
Right.
that. But,
Gotcha. Okay.
but the worst one I ever seen, I wasn't in.
You wasn't in.
No. And I'll be honest with you, man. Anybody that rock with me down there could tell you this. You have riots, and they're usually racial.
Right.
So the ones that they're not, they're scary, you know, and you don't know if you're gonna make it out of them, you know what I mean?
Right.
But certain people like myself and me and my partners, we insulate one another. So
Yeah.
a lot of times those lines don't even make it to me.
Right.
So I'm not trying to put myself like I'm on the pedestal or nothing like that, because when that shit pop off, whoever can get it. But Texas was gonna insulate me. My partners out of Fortworth, I was insulated. So you know, if it was my thing or if something happened, then I'm out there. Let's get it. But if a motherfucker get to me, then you know, it was gonna be some problems. But the worst one I ever seen, was I seen a TS posing as a Tango.
Okay. What's it?
Those are two different gangs, right?
TS.
Yeah, posing as a Tango. And when they found out what had happened, they called him to the yard. It was him and his cousin. And they knew. Matter of fact, it was three of them. Him and his cousin. I can't remember the other guy's name. And I saw it with my own eyes. They knew what was finna happen when they went to that yard. Now imagine 3 people, but they had nuts of a gunfight. 3 people went past the metal detectors, went out there and went into the middle of the crowd. And when I say the crowd, I'm talking literally probably like, without exaggerating, maybe 200.
200 people on the yard.
200 of them, not just people.
Yeah.
This is who they finna deal with. 200 of their opposition.
Oh, wow.
And they walked right into the middle. And you could see they was talking, you know. I guess they were gonna try to, you know. They knew what the play was, in my mind, you know. They knew. And it's like you could see them, the hand gestures a little bit, you know, because when we know something's cracking off with somebody else doing, you know, we're gonna link up and get our backs
right,
out their way and let them get, you know, do what they do. And when I say that all 200 people just submerged on them 3 people, it was like a movie.
Oh my God.
Man, that's what I said. I was like, oh.
They didn't have a chance at all.
And
Nothing.
And they knew it. They were soldiers. So miss me with that tough shit. Because me,
you would win.
Fuck no. Nigga, I'm going the other way. Because I'm always going to give black a chance. And they had no chance. But I respect it. I ain't knocking them. When they came off of them, they were there on the ground.
Gone.
No, they didn't kill them. But it was bad, you know. So they came and flew their bird in and got them. And one of them was able to drive up, you know, they drove one of them off just on the flatbed. But that's the worst one I ever seen. Unfortunately, I never been a Vic like that. I was all in California, Victorville, all that, so, you know.
Yeah,
I know what it's like to be. I was in California, it was 200 blacks and 900 Mexicans. Scared to death when I first got there. You know what I mean? I'm like, and I wasn't scared like I'm scared of them. I'm scared, okay, this is the prison where I ain't gonna make it out of. That's what I'm thinking. I say, okay, here it is. I always knew I wasn't gonna make it out of here, but it happens here. Type shit. You know what I'm saying? But the California niggas showed me a lot of love. A lot of love.
They said that's a Texas nigga.
They knew that off the muscle because one of my street pops, the dude I used to mess with, L.A. Ron, everybody know him from here.
L.A. Ron.
L.A. Ron, you probably remember when you was a kid.
Of course.
Yeah. So he was like, hey, that's my son, and whoop, whoop. So I had been introduced, you know, properly. And so I had my paperwork. My paperwork's good. They own that in California. Where's their paperwork? Let me get that. They weren't asking me like that, but they want to know who's who. So I had my paperwork to show that I was clean. But anyway, we could talk jail all day. I drag you all the way in the mud on that, but
yeah. Okay, so you've been out of jail now. What? How many months?
128 days today. But those count.
Yeah, that's good. He counted every day. Okay. So when will you stop counting?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. All I know is I go to work every day. My company session work. We do sound, and I get a check. I don't cash the check. I just put it out.
Right.
So.
Got you.
Yeah, that part.
Okay. So we're in the fourth quarter right now of 2023.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't see you put in some work since you've been out. As a blogger,
Yeah.
I got to tell you. Hold on. First of all,
Okay.
let me give you your flowers.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You active, very active, right? And I think it's amazing how someone can go down there and do their time, dude. You might be the only one that can do that. And I'm being real. If nobody haven't told you that, you're probably the only one. It's hard to gravitate back to these youngsters because they'll fool with it.
Right.
Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just the respect that says a lot about your name and your character of the person who you are. You know what I'm saying? To be able to gravitate back to what's going on right now in today's world.
Right.
I think it's good. I want to know what will we be seeing come 2024 and on out.
Well, I'm finna level up. Like, for real, I came back rapping, doing my thing, working, and it's been easy. That part's been easy because hell, it's like being in starting blocks for 17 years. You're still you're in the run position. So finally, it's time to go. So I was ready when it was time. But I'm gonna make somebody see that I have the power and the connections and relationships with these young artists out of Fortworth and Dallas to bring the best talent under one umbrella.
Got you.
And they're gonna give me a check and a budget so I can do it properly. So that's what I'm shooting for. I'm talking to all you record labels.
Because you do know, for the record labels, they know this too. And I'm pretty sure you probably have heard. We have one of the biggest market consumed in America. So what I'm saying is, I'm gonna break it down for the people that's watching, the fans. Moneybagg Yo, Yo Gotti, CMG. When people like that come here and perform, we support them way more than we're going to support an artist from here. But if you see them coming to Dallas, Texas, now we just got the Dickies Arena in Fort Worth. If you see them coming here in Texas, they're coming to get a bag, a big bag.
Right.
Especially in Dallas. So, I think that's a good idea of, what you're talking about doing.
Right.
I would like to see it happen because we got so much talent here.
So much.
In the metro. Like, it's crazy. We should be number one.
We should be
we should be the
It's our time,
In Atlanta, not even like that no more. I feel like,
They still do their thing.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, but it's just, Memphis is on. Now the Midwest is on. Detroit, they have no run. And what's meant to be always happens, right?
Right.
So, it's just our time. And I'm a spearheader. I'm going to bring these guys that are better than me, younger than me, more passionate than me, under one umbrella, and we're going to make one push.
Right.
And we want some of that money.
Gotcha. Understood. Is there anybody out there, man, that you want to shout out to that's just, that's been there with you, supporting you through all those years, the people that's there in your corner right now, that's just supporting you, period? Is there anybody that you want to shout out to before we get up out of there?
Yeah, I usually never individualize the shout outs.
Gotcha.
But I want to shout out Fort Worth, my city.
Gotcha.
They waited on me. They rode with me. And my family, that's a no-brainer. I don't have to shout them out like that for them to know what it is with us. But Fort Worth, man, and the men in prison that I left, they kept me alive.
Gotcha.
That when the fire was coming, they made sure I had a water hose. Or I'm just putting it in, you know, because there's only so much I want to say. But it wasn't just me that kept me alive. It was a lot of men that kept me alive, man. And I appreciate y'all, and I'm pushing.
Yeah.